Okay. We're going to be going through the NFL standings and the playoffs, AFC, NFC. One of us put some time in. One of us didn't get a chance. We'll find out at the end of the year. Dallas
We'll both be wrong, so.
Yeah, very true. We're Canadian, so we know nothing about NFL. You want to start?
AFC East.
Okay.
Who do you got coming into the East there?
I've got the Patriots, of course. But then the rest of them, God, I didn't even know. So I went Patriots, Bills, Jets, Dolphins in last place is what I did.
Jeez.
And I have no one else coming out of the AFC East, wild card or not.
As much as I hate the New England Patriots, I gotta agree with you. I can't not go with the Patriots just because they're such a consistent team. I've got them winning quite a bit.
Now, I've seen some highlights, and I'm not sure if they were from last year or not. Did Tom Brady run for a first down in preseason?
This year? I don't think he's played this year in the preseason yet.
Okay. I hope not.
No.
Because I've seen a video of him running for a first down. All right.
AFC practice, but
it was against another team.
They do practice for other teams.
Patriot fans are pissed right now if he actually did it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you got coming out of the West?
Too. A 40-year-old runs it past me for a first down.
And he runs in sand. He runs in sand.
Yeah. All right, AFC North, I've got Cleveland Browns coming out with that one. I just don't think the Steelers or the Ravens have it.
Wow, this is super interesting. I have the Browns coming out of the AFC North as well. Ravens and Bengals, I think, are going to be trash.
Yeah.
Pure trash.
Yeah, Flacco's on the way out.
He's gone. Flacco plays for somebody else.
Yeah, as a backup, so he's gone.
No,
he'll be a backup.
You think he will? What team is that, though? Broncos? Flacco plays for the Broncos this year.
Yeah, they've got a little transition and more to a backup role, I see.
Well, yeah.
And Pittsburgh, Ben is, I think, almost done.
You lose Brown. You lose Bell. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Okay. What's next there?
AFC West, I've got the Chiefs.
AFC West, I've got the Chiefs as well. Coming into that one. I think the Raiders might do a little bit better than a losing record, but Broncos are going to be the bottom of that division.
I have the Chargers having a big setback and being the bottom of that division, actually.
Yeah.
Maybe Phillip Rivers had too many kids.
How many is too many kids?
Well, doesn't he have 9 kids? Or some shit? So, that would be too many. All right, what do we got left? South.
I got the Texans in the South.
Okay. I have the Texans as well. This is the lamest thing. No worries. Okay.
So, we're looking okay?
So then, yeah. So there's the AFC. Shift over to the NFC.
Any big surprises coming out of the NFC East on you? Or do you got the Cowboys as well?
I've got the Cowboys.
Assuming the contract for Zeke comes through, I think
even if it doesn't.
They got enough firepower.
Their offensive line is so good. They literally just churn out running backs. That, it doesn't even matter, right?
And the Giants and the Redskins aren't going to be there. And I think the Eagles made a bad mistake getting rid of their quarterback and going with Wentz.
Yeah, because he gets hurt.
Foles was their franchise quarterback. Wentz hasn't really, he's great, but he hasn't finished a season.
Yep. I have the Redskins and Eagles finishing lower than the Giants. I think maybe they pull a miracle with nobody left.
No.
They've got the best running back in the league. It's not even close. In his second year.
Yeah, I just don't think the Giants have enough talent in their roster. But we'll see.
Wow. Yeah. We'll see. NFC West?
NFC West. I think this one's pretty... obvious as much as it pains me to say it, especially wearing all the Seahawks gear. I think the Rams are gonna take the West for sure.
Yeah.
That's
The Rams are
without
gonna
a
take
question.
I don't think it'll be by a landslide though. I think Seattle's going to be very close. I think it's like 12-4 and 11-5. But again,
yeah. What did I have here?
Or a
I
bit
had the Rams with quite a big win, in the Seahawks with I think 3 games less than them.
oh, okay.
But
Again, Seahawks fans through and through. So
that should tell you how accurately we're taking this and how serious it is in our heads that we're not putting the Seahawks first.
could have just said the Seahawks go 16-0 and win the Super Bowl, and that could have been the end of our rankings.
That's our next video.
Okay.
All right, NFC North.
I've got the Bears. You got the Bears.
We got the Bears.
We got the Bears.
The Bears.
I think the Lions are trash. I think, and I think the Packers. I think the Packers are done as well. So.
And the Vikings are an average mid-range team. They're not going to go anywhere.
The Vikings.
They got Adam Thielen that can catch it, but they're not going to. They're just going to sit middle of the pack. I think have a winning record by maybe 1 or 2 games, not make the playoffs.
What about? Don't they have a good defense? Didn't they?
The Bears have a really good defense.
The Bears have an unreal defense. That's why I got them over the Vikings. But we'll see.
It's my defense fantasy.
Okay, I have the Vikings in fantasy. So there you go.
Last but not least, NFC South. I think that's pretty tough decision again, but
We've got the Saints.
the New Orleans Saints again.
Yeah, and I have no one else coming out of there.
Falcons are going to be trash this year. Panthers, I mean, Cam had his time in the spotlight, and Buccaneers, unless Jameis Winston really pulls some shit out.
He got sacked 5 times
Yeah.
in the first half of their last preseason game.
So unless they pull some shit out.
Maybe he needs to do more of the let's eat this W.
Oh. So my playoffs end up being Ravens and Cleveland,
Okay.
and then Tennessee and Houston.
I've got the Raiders playing the Texans in the wild card round, and I've got the Steelers playing the Browns.
And that's AFC there. And then I got Houston making it through against Kansas City, and Cleveland going up against New England.
Yeah, I got Steelers, Chiefs, Raiders, Patriots. And I don't know why. Like, the Raiders can probably still be just absolute trash, right? But for some reason, they're like my underdog pick, maybe.
Yeah, it's one of their, what is it, third last or second last season in Oakland?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, so do something.
Yeah,
Do something.
at least make the playoffs, but
Yeah.
I don't have them making the playoffs this year. Unless Carr wears a bit more mascara to the games. And then for the AFC final, I've got a great matchup. KC versus New England.
Repeat.
I think that could be a great playoff game. That's almost, again, what they said last year. That is the Super Bowl.
It was an amazing game last year. It was. And that's how I have the AFC ending up as well. In the championship game is the Chiefs versus New England. And praying.
Chiefs go through.
Praying the Chiefs go through. Come on.
Yeah.
Brady, come on. Give someone else a shot.
He won't.
No, he
But
won't.
I'm thinking they got a chance to go through if they step it up a little bit.
They almost did it.
Yeah.
They almost did it.
All right, NFC playoffs. I've got Seattle and Chicago, and Philly and Dallas starting it off.
I've got Seattle playing the Cowboys again, rematch of last year, and I have Vikings Bears.
And then I got Seattle going through to play New Orleans, and the Rams playing the Eagles.
Yeah, I've got Seahawks Rams, which would be a great game, and then I have Bears and Saints.
So I think Seattle does better against the Saints than they would against the Rams, so Seattle might make it through. And then Philly's just not going to touch the Rams, so it'll be LA versus Seattle.
In the conference.
Which, for conference finals, you get KC, New England, and the Rams in Seattle. That is a Sunday where you're just going to watch some great football.
Yeah. Yeah. I have the Seahawks losing to the Rams in the divisional round.
Yeah.
Oh, I already said that, didn't I? Good. Sweet. We're on the same page. I have Rams playing the Saints. In the conference final.
And then in the conference final, I've got the Rams beating the Seahawks, so they still kick the Seahawks' butt.
Still gone. Close?
I think it'll be closer than people expect, but it's...
Pick a score half year in advance.
I'll wait till mid-season.
Alright.
I'll wait till mid-season
Okay.
on that one.
Okay.
So that gives me a final of KC and LA.
I got Chiefs Saints, and I got the Saints winning it, and Drew Brees rides off in the sunset. That's what does he? He has all the records now, right?
Pretty much.
No, he has the most yards ever.
Yeah.
Take it and go. Take your Super Bowl. Don't hit a baseball with it like Gronk, and just slide on into retirement.
Yeah. I got KC winning.
Showtime.
Yeah.
Showtime Mahomes.
I have him winning his first Super Bowl, second year.
MVP
Oh yeah.
of the league
Oh yeah.
and the Super Bowl game.
Yep, there'll be another couple sidearm throws. There'll be some deep plays. There'll be some throws from the other hand again. He'll just show up to play, and you'll see a whole... This guy's got nowhere to go but up.
You don't see many quarterbacks doing that look-off sidearm. Like, you don't.
Or passing it over to your left hand and throwing a left-handed
While you're
spiral.
while you're getting sacked.
Yeah.
No, he's unreal. He's unreal. I think same kind of season. Another MVP performance.
Yeah. No. Any surprises that you're expecting to see? Teams going way down, or teams that could surprise?
The Chargers. That would be my pick to have a disappointing season, I guess.
Yeah.
And that would be it. I think the Browns and the Raiders are going to have surprisingly good seasons.
I think the Buccaneers are going to have a surprisingly bad season.
Again.
Yeah. But more than last year, they won't have anything to get behind. I think it's just going to be so disorganized with the quarterback situation. And
How many games did they win last year? Did they go 3-13?
They went more than 3.
I don't know if they did.
We apologize for this break in technology. Alright. Where is our 2018?
Isn't that it right there?
No, this is 2019. This is their schedule.
Oh. The old phone lookup on the podcast? Come on now.
Can't do that. There we go. Previous season. 5-11.
5-11. So you think worse than 5-11?
I'm gonna say they get 4 wins. What did I have in my guesstimation here for Tampa Bay? I had 6 wins for them, actually. Alright, 6 wins. They're
So
still
better. It's improvement.
by 1 game.
You're here to hear on this stupid podcast. The Bucs are improving.
One thing I think that could be a surprise is Jimmy Garoppolo is back with San Francisco. I think the first few games is going to be a really good feel out for him, but he might actually turn it up. He did train under Brady. Might have something to go off of.
Probably starting a rumor here, but I heard that he threw 5 straight picks to end practice, and then his first throw in the preseason was an interception as well.
So he's on track for a good season.
Hey.
Then.
Getting paid big time money.
It's too bad Stafford just stuck with the Lions there. Not going anywhere.
and just like mediocre. He can fling the ball, but it's just mediocre.
I think the biggest surprise for me is I've got Green Bay going 10-6 and not making the playoffs.
I don't think Green Bay has a winning record.
No?
No, I don't.
I have Detroit going 10-6 as well and not making the playoffs.
So you have the NFC, like you have 6 strong teams, 6 good records.
Yeah. There's some teams have a shit schedule. The Seahawks, the first time they play 2 home games back to back is the last 2 games of the season. Other than that, it's alternating every week.
The Raiders play 2 away games, I'm pretty sure. Then they play 1 game in England, and then they come back and play 2 more away games before they go home.
Yeah, so home, away, home, away. See, 3 home games stand though.
Oh, where was it that I heard that? Where do they play? This game here, October 6th, is that in London?
Against the Bears?
Yeah.
Yep.
So 2 away games, then they play in London, then they come back with 2 away games.
Yeah.
I'm going to change my pick. They're not making playoffs.
You heard it here live. Picks are being updated as we speak.
Yeah, take that back.
So basically, we're thinking almost the same top 4.
We've got the same top 4 on both sides. Our wild cards are different, and our seeding is a little bit different.
But divisional-wise, we've chosen the winners identically for all 8 divisions.
Yeah, and it probably shouldn't be that straightforward, right? But again, Canadians, what do we know?
I'm hoping for a surprise. Makes our job easier, more fun.
A surprise?
Yeah, someone coming out of nowhere and just winning 12 games, knocking someone else out. 1 injury will just knock someone out of here.
Who's the most likely to just come out of nowhere? That's why I picked Cleveland, because they're technically out of nowhere. I guess the Raiders are technically out of nowhere as well.
Raiders added a little bit, but I mean, you can't do much when you don't add much in the offseason.
That's true. That is true.
So, week 1 NFL. Let's. Do you want to do some picks now or picks next time?
We'll do picks next time. We'll do picks like the Tuesday before the week. So our game plan is pick 3 or 4 primetime games. We'll both make picks. If one of us beats the other one, we'll have to do something embarrassing or
If you have any suggestions.
some kind of forfeit. Yeah, any of the 5 of our friends that are watching this and the 3 views that we give it each. If we have any suggestions, put it in the comments below.
Being a Seahawks fan, we got the Chargers tonight, 8 o'clock in LA.
Crush them.
Do you think Russell plays half the game?
Yep. And I think we crush them. Is Paxton Lynch, is he viciously concussed from the first game? That's our quarterback, right? That we have?
He is not showing up on our current injury list.
That would be insane. DK Metcalf is hurt?
Yeah. So he had minor knee surgery. He may be back for week 1. It was very, very minor. So.
Come on.
Yeah.
Well, there goes your fantasy team.
Hey, he's sitting on the bench for week 1. I got enough guys to fill in the spot.
We should hook the fantasy league up. Does anyone like getting or following people's fantasy teams at all? Is that something that we should throw on this podcast?
Follow someone else's fantasy team.
Do something. We're open to suggestions. Second podcast, we have no clue what we're doing. Again,
Only one of us has a beer.
I'm in a weight loss challenge. People want updates on that? Want inspiration? Want me to crush your inspiration?
No one wants updates on your weight loss challenge.
Okay, no problem.
There we go. So just like that, we're gonna take out Metcalf and put in Gurley.
Why not?
Who's on the bench here actually?
Odell Beckham. Cooper Kupp.
They're going to go Beckham. Yeah.
Looks like I'm
Yeah.
still going to do okay. Hey, you can optimize there.
I'm not gonna optimize because I don't need to optimize. I'm still gonna kick your ass though.
Okay. All right. Well, this has been our NFL season walkthrough, I guess. We'll be doing a bunch of NFL stuff going forward. NHL starts getting interesting. We'll be doing that.
If you go through your own bracket and you have a different team coming out on top, let us know how you got there, and
Post it on our Twitter.
it'd be great to see some.
Post
other
it on our
opinions.
Instagram. Rip us.
If we're way out to lunch, and we're just dumb Seahawks fans watching from Canada, let us know.
There's nothing I would like more than after every podcast to get 100 comments of how stupid we are, and nothing positive. That's what I want.
Criticism is always wanted,
Yeah, and we won't grow. We'll stay the same.
especially the fucking background. Yeah.
Well,
Anything else?
I think I'm good.
Cool.
See you guys next